sailed. Oh, what a feeling.
Welcome to the fourth and final day of the Melbourne Cup Carnival. It's Emirates Stakes Day, family day, when the mums and dads go to a lot of trouble to make their young ones look absolutely terrific for a day at the races. Well, what a memorable week it's been. The owner of Rogan Josh, Wendy Green, what a delight she is. But of course, the real story was 11 Melbourne Cups for Bart Cummings with Rogan Josh. He is a genius, there's no doubt about it. Weather today, not that terrific, but come to the races anyway. 18 degrees, partly cloudy, few showers around, but it is also breaking up a little bit.
Today is amongst the most open races I have ever seen. It is an amazing race. Race 6, the Group 1 Emirates Stakes, over 1,600 metres at 2:45. Take out the emergencies from the Emirates Stakes, the big one, Group 1 at 2:45. 17 Brave Prince, 18 Evocative and 19 Western Magic. No riding changes, 16 to run. Totes for the big one, the Emirates Stakes, and well, if you've got a pin, sharpen it up here. This could be the easiest way to pick the winner. Northern Drake back from injury, 16. Rebel, runner-up in the McKinnon, 19. Umrum, 25. LA Suez, wide throughout in the Caulfield Cup, 740. Black Bean, a winner here the other day on Derby Day, 560. Bonanova, $5, has come up the favourite, so it's 4's the field on the tote. La Zagaleta for the Freedman Stable, $11.30. Nina Haraka, $10 with the 3,000 owners. That might come in a bit. Noir Sear, 14. Vetiver, 21. Over the page, still plenty more chances to come. And they are Des's Dream at 21. Bebeto, the outsider of the field, at 52. Caniana, 18. Go Flash Go's got a real hope at $26. Pursuit's 33. And Strident is at $40.
Bonanova will open up about a 5-1 favourite, so still very good value about whatever horse.
The Emirates Stakes, it's the 81st of the series, Jen. 1,600 metres, one of the premier mile races on the calendar, and one of the hardest races I have ever seen to pick the winner.
It sure is. I think you could back any one of these, Peter, and they've all got chances. Start
them off with Northern Drake, which has been battling to overcome an injury, but at his best he is a champion galloper, or a star galloper. Champion's probably overrating him a bit. $14.20 on the tote. Grant Cooksley is down as the rider, and Kenny Mann at Flemington, the trainer.
He absolutely bolted in at Caulfield at his last start. That was over 2,000 metres, so he's dropping back in distance, but he's had enough time to be quite nicely freshened up here. He's a very good horse, carries the 58 kilos here, but he's there with a chance.
That's the face of Larry Cassidy. We'll be coming to his mount shortly. 2 is Rebel, Jim Collett, the rider, trained by Ron Langsford. Very good second in the McKinnon Stakes behind Rogan Josh.
Yes, backing up pretty shortly after that in the McKinnon Stakes, and his form, he doesn't mind a little bit of give in the ground either, so he's there with the place chance.
Eddie Wilkinson rides number 3, Umrum, for Leon McDonald. Now, this horse won the Toorak Handicap, which is another one of our premier 1,600 metre races, and then he finished down the track in the Salinger.
Yes, the Toorak Handicap, I thought that was a pretty good win there, but he was probably lucky. Everything went all right for him because there was a fall in it. But he's very honest, and I thought his run on Saturday was pretty good. He ran on strongly, so some chance.
The horse we're looking at is number 4, and that is LA Suez. And to be ridden by John Marshall, the Melbourne Cup winning jockey, and trained by Bart Cummings, the Melbourne Cup winning trainer. He looks a picture in the yard. And just forget his Caulfield Cup run, Jen. The Epsom win was outstanding.
Yes, his Caulfield Cup run that you were talking about, Peter, 3 and 4 wide with no cover the whole way. And I thought he did a pretty good job to finish where he did there. He's best ridden back. If he's ridden back here, he's a very good chance.
Black Bean, number 5, likes Flemington. So does his trainer, Matthew Ellerton. And so does Brett Preble, because he has had the carnival of his life.
He sat just off the pace and got a dream run through there to score on Saturday. He does need the speed on. There's a couple of horses that will go up there, but there's not a great deal of speed speed here. I think he's there with some chance.
It's always nice to know that the horse your back is going to put in, and you have no problems in that regard with this little lady, number 6, Bonanova. Jimmy Cassidy, the rider for Graham Begg. Honesty is her middle name.
And she won that. It was a terrific effort. She got back, she hooked out on the turn at Caulfield, and she won well. She's certainly fitter. She's a very good mare, and she rarely runs a bad race.
What about this big strapping grey, number 7, Lazagoletta, trained by Lee Friedman to be ridden by Damien Oliver? Won one of the lead-ups to this race, the Waterford Crystal Mile at Moonee Valley.
I think he was probably, he enjoyed the fast pace there at Moonee Valley. He got back and he went right round the field and he went on to score. It looked quite good there. He's a horse that does like the sting out. This is a bit harder though, so I'd say a place chance for him.
We'll be able to hear the roar from a long way away if number 8, Nina Haraka, wins. After all, she's got something like 3,000 owners, trained by Peter Hayes at Flemington, ridden by Greg Childs.
Go back to her Turak run, and that was an excellent effort there. She's back to her 1,600 metres again after the Caulfield Cup run. She's extremely honest, and you'll see that big baldy face there at some stage.
Huge effort from this little girl the other day, number 9, Nawasia. Young Matthew Gatt takes the sit for Mark Houlihan.
Going on that win, it's a little bit harder here, but she's in form.
Vetty Veer will get out the back and swoop home. Luke Nolan is the rider. Gate number 16, Brian Mayfield Smith, the trainer.
He struck some trouble in the Turak handicap, and then he also, well, he didn't strike trouble at Moonee Valley, but he just didn't run on. I thought that he probably didn't appreciate the Moonee Valley tight circuit there. He'll be running on at the end. He needs the pace on, and he'll be running on strongly.
What about Larry Cassidy's mount, number 11, the 7-year-old Des's Dream, trained by Chris Wood at Mornington?
He's racing very well in weaker company, and he's a horse that can go forward. Does love the wet track, but he hasn't got a real slow or heavy here today. Ran on okay in the Seymour Cup. There's nothing wrong with his form.
Outsider of the field, number 12, Babetto. Eddie Casa is the rider for Greg Kavanagh.
Endured a bit of a wide run last start, 3 wide, just off the pace at Moonee Valley, and didn't have any cover there. He should go forward in this race and probably a place chance. 13, Caniana. There's a riding change. Aaron Spiteri replaces Jason Patton. David Hall is the trainer. Caniana worked home very well behind the Flying Machine Fahrain at her last start. Slight query her running the 1,600 metres, Peter, but if she does, she's not without a chance. Go Flash Go number 14 is at big odds. Danny Nikolic is the rider for Johnny Blakey at Geelong. You like this horse? It's showing $15.50 and it has trimmed up. Yes, I thought that Go Flash Go would get a fairly nice run up in front. I mentioned there's quite a few horses that do get back in this race, and he is as tough as they come. He just keeps fighting on, and I think he'll be there at the end. 15 Pursuits in the familiar cerise colours of John Hawkes, to be ridden by Darren Gauci. They took out the feature on Thursday. He ran third to Bazille Bay last year in this race. He gets back in his races. He should be running on. He's quite nicely weighted here with 52 kilos, and his recent form's been okay. And Gregory Hall rides number 16 Strident for Russell Cameron here at Flemington. He got back and ran on well on Saturday. The 1,600 metres does look like it'll suit this horse, and look for him running on as well. Now, I've already spoken about Umrun. We didn't quite have the opportunity to have a look at him, but here he is now. This horse trained by Leon McDonald, as we said. Good win in the Turak handicap. At his best, he is a very good miler, but he can be a little bit hard to catch at times. So there's the field, Jem. What about your trifecta as we take a look at the tote figures? I like Go Flash Go, number 14, from number 6 Bonanova, and number 4 LA Suez. And I've gone 4 LA Suez, 6 Bonanova, 8 Nina Haraka. Dan Mielicki, a last-minute tote update.
Okay, Peter, again, another very open race for a Group 1 affair, and so it should be too. I think they've all got chances. The tote shows that. From $14 Northern Drake, $6 Black Bean, Bonanova just favourite, $17 Vetty Veer, Umrum, who won a Group 1 race 2 starts ago, is the longest price horse on that page. And over the page we have Go Flash Go and Des's Dream amongst the most fancied. If you want to back the rank outsider, you're looking at Babetto, number 12, at around the $64 mark. So about 5 to 1 the field on the tote. What about on the betting ring, Tim?
They only want one, Dan, and that was Bonanova. It's a huge tip on course, and it has been the big short. Now, everything else has drifted, in particular Black Bean and LA Suez. They've certainly got the drifts, but Bonanova clearly the favourite. Best back to beat it, Des's Dream.
So Bonanova, the one they've come for. They'll start over there at the 1,600 metres beside the Maribyrnong River, and they'll only have a 200-metre run to the first turn, so inside and middle barriers here are a big advantage over the outside barriers. There we can see we've gone for 5 different horses here, with the only multiple tip, LA Suez, coming from myself and Gary Willietts. They're heading to the stalls now for the principal race on the concluding day of the Melbourne Cup Carnival. There is the trophy that awaits the winning owner at the end of the Emirates Stakes, and we'll be back to watch it live and exclusive around Australia on Network 10 after this break.